Here we go again, back with more Pro Cycling Manager 2015. Today, I'll be showing you how to install and download a database, 2016 database that you can use in Pro Cycling Manager 2015 and how to install it. It's actually pretty simple, but I've gotten a lot of requests about it in the past couple of videos that I've done in my series. So hopefully this video will show you guys how to install 2016 database and other databases as well, because you can get a lot of different types of databases, both retro and new updated ones. The one I use is from probably the biggest English Pro Cycling Manager site on the internet. It's called PCMDaily.com, and once you log in, you get into this site. To download the database on this site, you have to create a user or profile. I have done so since, I think I've been a member since about 2007 or 2008 or something like that. But it's pretty much the newest one. It's this one over here. PCMDaily 2016 database version 1 just came out in the last part of February, I think. And once you get into here, it's pretty simple. You get a complete instruction here, but if that doesn't work for you, I can at least show you how I install it. First of all, you have two options to download. You can download it by simply pressing the download button, and yeah, have to wait a few seconds here for it to start. But then of course it'll show on Chrome here. It'll show in the bottom of the screen here. Let's see, start download. See, now it's down here, 16 gigabytes. It's a very big file, and depending on your internet speed and your computer speed, it'll probably take quite a while. You can see it's not even up to it's 0.1 now, but it'll probably take an hour and a half or 2 hours. What I did was I used the other download method, which we can just close this, is the optional mirror a torrent. And to use the torrent, you usually you need some kind of torrent host, BitTorrent, uTorrent. I use BitTorrent because I've used that for a while and I haven't bothered changing it. But let's see if we can actually get this started here with BitTorrent. Simply press it and you get into this. You can see if I've already downloaded it once before, which is why it's already here. And it's 16 gigabytes in size as well, the same one. It took about 30 minutes, 40 minutes less, so I prefer using this. But if you don't want to install any torrent client, you can just use the normal version. But I've already downloaded it, so I'll just skip ahead to the file and show you how you install the database. After the file is finally downloaded, you'll have this file here, a zipped file. You have to unpack it onto a map somewhere. This is ignore this one. This is just a BitTorrent file that I downloaded just a few seconds ago. But this one right here is, you can see the date I downloaded the 1st of March. You simply click it, use whatever kind of zip system you have. I have 7-zip. Unpack the files, create a map somewhere that you can remember. I have a map on my desktop. Unpack files, you find it here, and I created a map where it's desktop PCMDaily 2016 DB, and then you just put it there. I've already extracted it myself, but you just click OK, and then it's automatically, of course, extracts it. Whatever zip system you have is of course different, but it's just easy to create a map so you know where all of your files is. After you've zipped it, you'll find the map. It's right here for me, PCMDaily. There's a README file here which shows you, as well as before that you saw on the site, all of the instructions as well. You have to copy the contents of the folder program files to wherever you have installed the PCMDaily, not PCM, Pro Cycling Manager game. So it depends on whether you install it from disk or whether you bought the game over Steam. I've bought the game both on disk and over Steam because I want to record an early video, and the game actually came out in stores here in Denmark before it came out on Steam, about 10 hours before, which is why I was able to get an early video out. But so the game I'm using now is of course on Steam because I don't want to have a disc out all the time. But let's check. This is pretty much what I'm going to show you. We have the files here, documents and program files. Both of them need to be copied to specific places. If you look at documents first, you have this mod. Simply press copy. This is in Danish, but should be able to understand it anyway. Copy it. Go to your documents, Pro Cycling Manager 2015, and paste it. And yeah, it's pretty simple as this. you want to replace it, I've already installed it, so I'm not going to replace it, but press yes and just replace all if it asks you that it already has similar files. You just have to replace it all to ensure that it's the right one. Once you've done that, you go back to the program files instead, and then you have to copy all of this, copy it again, go to wherever you have installed, wherever you have your Steam database, Steam library here, Steam apps then you go to comment and you'll see all your games here. This is the game I have installed right now, Pro Cycling Manager 2015, and then you simply just paste it again. Paste. You can see again, 7 elements were found because I've already pasted these 7 elements once before, and I'll not do it this time because I've of course already installed it, but again, press replace all and it'll take a few seconds. It really won't take that long for it to paste over all of the documents. After that, you should be pretty much be done and you can get to the game, and I'll show you how you do that. Okay, once you've entered the game as normally, you'll have to go down to the options menu. At the bottom here is this little wheel thing. Can't exactly remember the English word for it. Then you have to go all the way to the right here, database. You'll see the original database official release. This one is one I've installed just the day the game came out, which pretty much fixes all the names in the game, which is nice, so you don't have to look at Froome, and instead it's Froome with an F instead of a V. And this is the one we just installed, the PCMDaily database. Pretty much press this one if it's not already selected. Press save changes. You can always check down here by looking at list of starters if it's actually the real names or if the stats has been updated. You can see it's the real names, and by looking at Froome, you'll probably see that you can actually change it down here. But you can look at the stats, see have they changed according to the original states, and look at the new updated teams as well. If you want to look at, for example, Cannondale, you can probably press it like that and look at the new Cannondale team, for example, and so on and so on. But this is not what we're looking for. You have to check if the jerseys have loaded as well and the new teams have loaded. This is a good sign that you've chosen the right one. If this little message pops up as you start a new career game, Pro Cyclist mode, or a new stage race, you can see there's new teams like Dimension Data. Essex has the new jersey loaded as well. Katusha new jersey. All of new jerseys should be here. New teams have been promoted and relegated and so on. And still a lot of new choices, especially in the continental game, because a lot of new teams have been added and teams that no longer exist have of course been removed. So a lot of new options here. You can always check here as well to check. A lot of new riders have been added, stats have been updated. The game starts in 2016 now instead of 2015, which means that you will have a lot of new exciting races. You can go in and check one-off race and check some of the new races that's been added here. See, the starting GSI 2 races have been removed, but instead we have a lot of new races that we haven't driven before, which gives a lot of new opportunities to simply just it pretty much creates an entire new game, which is a great improvement from before. I, for example, have already started an African mode that I think uploaded last Friday, and it's crazy how many new races there's to do. But all of these ones is of course pretty similar to what ones we have already. See, especially when we get down to these levels here, all of these races are pretty much not in the game before. So a lot of new things to do that you couldn't do before. But let's try and start a Tour de France and do this Champs-Élysées and see if anything has changed at all in that game. And here we have Tour de France. You can already see here, instead of only picking the 2015 version that you could before, you now have the option to pick 2010, 2011, 2012, 13, 14, 15, and version 2, which is pretty much a custom created one, I think. Maybe it's the 2016 one, I don't actually remember. But if you want to drive like Cattle Evans in 2011, you can add Cattle Evans to the game. Drive this one because that was a great Tour de France, and try to see if you can replicate it, maybe with Richie Porte instead, and create a second Australian champion. But it's really fun and a lot of new opportunities. Instead of riding the same Vuelta a España over and over again and the same Tour de France over and over again, you get a lot of new opportunities, and you can even load a list of starters from that year. But yeah, that's it for this video. I hope that this video helps you. If you still have problems, you can go to the site, ask questions, or you can ask questions to me down in the comments. But if it helped you, please leave a like and a comment on the video, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye. Goodbye.